Hi everybody, I wanted to talk to you today about something that's a little close to my heart. And that's the difference between Christians and witches. And I shouldn't just use Christians, probably all formal religions and witches. And part of my problem is that sometimes, not all the time. Now listen, there are good people in every religion and there are bad people in every religion, including witchcraft. But we didn't really burn people at the stake. And I'm not talking about like devil worship, because I'm sure there are cults that have done things like that. Basic witchcraft is about nature and Mother Nature and how to use nature to achieve things that you want or become more spiritual. I use a lot of meditation in what I do, and almost like a mix of practices. And I just don't, formal religions tend to be too judgmental. The rules get to me. But here's what I find. I find people that have been notoriously in like deep in formal religions tend to just think they're right, that nobody else's opinion is a correct opinion. And there are so many religions, guys, like it's crazy. So I guess this is just me being frustrated because some of the comments I get, and I wipe them out when I get them, are like that I'm the devil worship. I got somebody put 666 across my thing. I do not worship the devil, nor do I ever have any intention of doing so. I'm as spiritual, and I try to live a very chivalrous life. I try to be honest, and I'm going to do a whole video about living a chivalrous life because I think that's so important, like more important than anything. But like, I think witches get a bad rap. We were the ones, like they made Christians made whole books about how to kill us, about how to take witches and drown them, and mostly women and whatnot. So I mean, there's a real disconnect as to who is the persecuted ones when it comes to witchcraft. There is black magic, and I don't practice black magic. Other people do. Here's the difference. Black magic you cast out, and with white magic you invoke. So instead of casting spells on somebody to change their willpower, which is like kind of the basis to black magic, white magic is about invoking things to you that are positive. I also use The Secret, which I think probably more is what I do, is like I use The Secret. And if you don't know what that is, I'll link it below. It's amazing, changed my life. But I use The Secret to get what I want by like basically believing in the universe. And the fact that people say there's no magic, my God, I don't know a book with more magic than the Bible. I mean, people are rising and walking on water and like all this stuff. Virgins are getting pregnant. Like, tell me that's not magic on some level. Of course it is. Now I know some really good Christians that do really philanthropic things in the name of their faith, and I think that's like lovely and wonderful, and I commend them. And they're usually not the ones that are so judgmental. But it's like one bad apple, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so tired of hearing how what I do isn't a valid thing. I think I'm a hugely spiritual person. I live my life like this. Like, it's not just a game I play on Saturday night. I live my life through Tara and through meditation every day, and different rituals and rites and spells, and that's how I live my life. And if you don't like it, don't watch. But if you do, or if you're interested, then watch what I do, because I think that there's a lot of really good witches on YouTube that I've seen. I'm sure there's bad. I don't even look for them. There's good and bad in everybody. My God, like priests were doing horrible things to little boys And, that doesn't make all priests bad priests. So when you meet somebody and their religion is different than yours, no matter what it is, if they're Buddhist or Muslim or whatever they are, I mean, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. And that's another thing. Like, I think that I give people the benefit of the doubt because of what I do, because I know the truth behind who I am and how I feel about other people. And then I don't think that's true of a lot of people. I think they look for the negative. And, sometimes you're just looking for things that aren't there, or you're putting preconceived ideas because of media and television, and it's just silliness. Anyway, I'm a witch. I'm a good witch like Glinda. And yeah, I love what I do. I love getting to nature and finding like a spell that has to do with me going into the woods or near the water or something like that. That mysticism, that midsummer kind of thing going on now is so lovely. I have not been doing any witchcraft or readings because of Mars retrograde. We have a little bit of time left and it's over, and then I'm going to do another free reading weekend. I have to get in touch with Courtney White, who has emailed me, "Hi Courtney, I'm coming honey, but not until Mars is direct, because it's just too dicey right now to do any kind of magic or reading. I'm not that good that I don't feel that that's going to hurt me like astrology. Astrology is like my life. Like this is what I do. I work a full-time job and this. And so much of it has to do with nature and respecting everything in nature. It's why I went vegetarian. I didn't go vegan. Sorry. Just a little too hard yet. I'm getting there. Give me a little bit, okay? Because, like, part of the problem is I live in, like, a hillbilly town, and we don't even have a Whole Foods or, like, a Trader Joe's. We have, like, Food Lion, that's it. Oh, Walmart. I've been looking into finding vegan choices on the internet and maybe having them delivered. I don't know. But regardless, that's what I do. That's why, Tim came here not long ago, and I was talking about getting the chickens, right? And I want to get chickens for the yard, and I love chickens. I think they're like cool animals, and I want to get them so that, because part of veganism is being cruel to animals, is like it's like so wrong, and what we do to these animals is so wrong. So in my mind, if I'm taking care of these birds, I know what I would do for them. And so I think like that would make it okay for me to be able to utilize their eggs. But that might not be somebody else's idea of veganism, but it doesn't matter because it's mine, And I stopped eating meat, and I completely, not fish, nothing. And I really don't eat that many eggs, but I still want chicken, so I have that option. But even like that part of my life, it's been judged, and it's silly to judge things. I'm not a weirdo or a wacko, or I'm just living my life. I'm living a chivalrous life as much as I can. I'm going to do a whole video series about it, because it changes the way you are with people, and it changes your reactions to things, because the only thing you can control is your reaction to the situations that happen to you. And I'm going to do a whole series on that, and meditation, and how I use meditation to change that part of who I am, because I used to be very impatient, and I'm learning patience, and I'm learning that, if I can't change it, then the only thing I can control is my reaction to whatever's going on. A chivalrous life. It works, and I believe that a lot of witches and witchcraft, that's what they do. Okay, they lead a life of thought. They're a thoughtful life. They think about what the reaction or the action or the cause or the effect of what they're about to do. They respect nature. We respect nature. And I'm sure there's witches out there that don't, but there's a ton of us that do. And that's what it's about. It's about nature. It's about loving Mother Earth and really caring for the ancestors before us and the people before us, and like respecting what they worked for and how hard it was to get here, and trying not to be materialistic, and on and on and on. And I know I say that with a full face of makeup, but I love makeup because it's like colors. It's like painting. Okay, it's art. Anyway, I know I'm a dichotomy, and I think most people are. Just try not to be so judgmental. When somebody asks you a question or they're curious about something, don't look for the hidden, like, evil behind it. Not everybody's looking to hurt you, you know? Just go. All you can do is react in your way that makes you a good person, and don't worry about what they say, their reaction, their thing. Only worry about how you handle the situation, because ultimately that's all we have is our word. We're not going to be able to, like your house, your material stuff, that's all borrowed. It's all gone the day you die. It's not yours anymore. So the only thing you really have left is your word and your soul, and how to be good to people. And I know I'm just rambling, but I just want to say, witches are good people. We're good. We're not bad people. And so don't judge us, because I'm an angel. Bye.